What's up, guys? Welcome to the Fomo Factory. Happy Sunday. Like I showed you in Friday's video, this video is a little pre-recorded, by the way, but it doesn't matter for the long term because I'm going to adjust my crypto portfolio. I'm going to show you my crypto portfolio and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do it a little bit on camera just to be a little transparent on how I am handling this crypto bear market, because it is not over, especially not for altcoins. As I showed you in Friday's video, this is the altcoin market without stable coins, and we just made a lower low. And I have been saying for a while on this channel that altcoins are likely to make new lows. So in that case, I want to be a little prepared. And let me show you the charts. Sorry, I have my TV hanging over there. Sometimes it's all over the place. But what I'm basically going to do is I'm gonna pop up my crypto portfolio and I'm gonna look at the altcoins that I have and their Bitcoin pairs. And if it doesn't look too bad yet, I think I'm going to I don't want to sell my altcoins for dollars right now, as I feel like that's a little too late to do. But I am going to make sure that I'm a little safe without being out of the market. So I'm going to show you exactly what I'm going to do, because the altcoin market just looks like it's going to take another hit to the downside. And it's just not good. It's just not good, man. So I think we will see a big lag down in the altcoin market, and it will probably be somewhere around here, which is a 40-50% drop from where we are right now. Yeah, and if you consider your favorite altcoins to go down another 50% or so, then it's not good. This is Chainlink, for example. While Chainlink is pretty strong at the moment, let's say that it goes down another 50%, then we will end up around $3 for Chainlink, for example, right? If that happens, I don't want to be in Chainlink, right? I want to have a position that I will be able to get more Chainlink without being out of the market right now. Now, I am adjusting my crypto portfolio a little bit, and I can show you what I am doing. So let me pop up my portfolio for you guys. Here we go. Where is that shit? Sometimes I have to search so long for it. All right, it's not there. I'm so well prepared for this. Here it is. Right, so don't mind the 15K, 10K, 5K, 10K. That's a placeholder. I'm not giving away how much I exactly have in my portfolio. But this is how my portfolio is looking. And what I am doing right now is I deleted a couple of altcoins that I feel like I don't want them anymore. For example, from my gaming portfolio, I deleted Sol, Phantasma. But I just sold it, right? And that's something you should know, that if you feel like I don't want this altcoin anymore and you want to sell it, keep something in mind. Because if you look at this one, right, it looks like, yes, it is sitting at a place where it came down, like it held it up so well around this 20-cent level. And a lot of people felt like, man, 19, 20 cents might be the bottom. And it took a very big hit. And it's now sitting at 12 cents, right? And this definitely looks like a place where it could bounce. But apart from the chart, I don't really believe in the project anymore. I have my reasons for that. I think there are other projects that do the same, that do it better. So I don't want this project in my portfolio anymore. But yeah, to sell it at the lowest point for dollars is stupid as well, right? Because you're probably selling at a loss. At least I did, because I haven't bought it like here, for example, right? So I don't even know where I bought it, but I bought it way higher. But what I did is I sold it, but I, with that money, immediately bought something else back that I do want. And in this case, I have bought back, where is it? Falcon Forged, and I bought Falcon Forged at this low level as well, right? Because this chart looks kind of the same. Big chart, big candle to the downside, a little up sideways, and there we are. So I bought some more Vulcan Forge instead of Phantasma, and I feel a lot more comfortable holding this one. And it's also about just feeling comfortable with what you have in your portfolio, right? So what I'm going to do is I am basically going to pop up my portfolio, and I'm going to check out like what coins don't I want to have anymore. These coins I'm going to sell or partly sell, but I'm going to buy back something else that I do believe in more. And also because I feel like altcoins are going to get down a lot more compared to their Bitcoin chart, I am, and that's not what I'm going to do on screen, it takes a lot of time, but I'm going to convert some altcoins into Bitcoin right now. And later, when that drop has occurred, I can buy them back again with my Bitcoin, right? Because, for example, I don't even know if I pick up a right example right here, but let's go to my medium risk and let's go to, let's see, what do we have right here? Well, I don't know if this is a good example because this is a very strong coin, but it's not bear market resistance, right? So if we look at Matic, for example, if I take a look at Matic BTC, it just looks like, damn, it was making almost a all-time high, right? And this chart is just looking really, really, really high right now. So I feel like, man, with Matic, I feel like I don't mind converting some Matic into Bitcoin right now, because it is just sitting right near, right, this was the level basically, so I'm selling it then a little lower, but that doesn't matter because you cannot time the top, right? This should have been the perfect place to convert it back into Bitcoin, right? Because what do I see in this Matic Bitcoin chart? I don't see Matic doing this. To be completely honest, maybe I'm wrong, but I just don't see it happen, considering how the altcoin market is looking in general and how this chart is looking, right? What I do see happen with Matic is that it goes down compared to Bitcoin. And where could it go down to? Well, at least this level looks like a very decent place. But if shit hits the fan, then we could also definitely get around, you know, around here, right? If that happens, then it's in 31% down on the Bitcoin pair for Matic for the first target, and for the second target it's 50% down, so that's half, right? So what's the worst that can happen if I convert this into Bitcoin? Well, the worst that could happen is that this doesn't happen and that it goes up. Then I miss out on Matic. Bro, I don't know if you have seen my portfolio. I don't mind missing out on one coin. I have enough, right? So that's not that big of a deal, right? Also, then I have Bitcoin, right? So if Matic does go up, it probably means because Bitcoin is going up as well, right? It's not that I think Matic will have a separate run or anything. So worst case, I am into Bitcoin while Bitcoin is going up. Right, so that way I don't care. So I'm not missing out. And if it does go down compared to its Bitcoin chart, right, I can always buy back my Matic right here. So I was not out of the market, so I'm not risking being out of the market, but I can get twice as much Matic tokens, right? So that's kind of what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to write down though. Let me pull up this. So on cam, I'm not going to do that on cam, but on cam, I'm going to write down a couple of tokens that I feel like I am going to convert into Bitcoin because they just look like they're going to get another dive down, right? So converting to Bitcoin, right? So the first one is Matic, and from 1 to 5 draw down, so how much it looks to me like they can go down. Matic definitely looks like a 5, like I said, because it's basically sitting at its resistance, right? Not perfectly, but yeah, whatever, right? Far enough, right? So this is a very good place. I don't, once the video comes out, I don't expect, because this is the weekly chart, so I don't expect Matic to be already here. But even if it is, it's still not a bad place to do so, I think. So Matic is definitely one that I am going to convert to Bitcoin. So that's the first, right? So that's in my low risk portfolio. Now I also have DOT. Let's take a quick look at DOT, and I'm not going to do this for every coin. If you want me to, leave a comment. I can do that in another video though. And I'm not looking at the USDT version pairs, right? Because DOT, oh, well, by the way, it doesn't look that good. I mean, if you look how good DOT hold it up, right, on this $6 give or take, which is now resistance, and now we are like basically in this free fall, and yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, I think that a $4 DOT is possible. It's now sitting at 510, so it's not that far, but still, it's another, what is it, 20% down, give or take, 20%, right? But I'm not looking too much at USDT. I'm looking at Bitcoin because, again, I'm not converting my money into dollars. I want to buy back with Bitcoin because I don't want to be out of the market. And I just think that Bitcoin doesn't have that much downside than that altcoins have right now, right? So if I look at the DOT Bitcoin pair, it's not that bad. Like, we have some support here, but that's not that far from where we are right now, right? So yeah, I can definitely see DOT coming down another 11%, but is that really worth it? I don't know. It's sitting on tight support though. It's, for me, I don't know. I'm not sure about DOT. I'm not yet. Not yet. For me, in DOT, if I just look, like, you have to look at it like this. If you're going to do this for yourself, look at it like this. If you look at the chart, does it have more potential to go down or up, right? And I'm not being autistic like, oh, it's somewhere in the middle, so then it could go both places. But, you know, when it comes to DOT, I don't really, and it's also because there's not a lot of history, but DOT is sitting at quite low historic levels compared to Bitcoin, right? We had this wick to the downside, but that was like for a few months. It's no guarantee that it goes back there, so I don't know. That's skipping it for now. Solana probably looks something similar because Solana, or even worse, because Solana, you know, already came down that much, right? Look, Solana was always holding up very strong right here. Now we can now delete these lines, of course, right? It's sitting at this support right here, give or take this area, right? A lot of support. We had April up till July. Well, we had months of support right here, and that's exactly where it bounced right now. If Solana goes break this support, then it's another 50% drop at ease, because, yeah. So, but that's a big if. That's a big if. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know. Maybe. And it also depends on how much of these tokens do you have, right? If I don't have a big Solana bag, I don't feel like doing that. If I have a big Solana bag, I feel like, okay, I might do that. If I look at my Solana bag, I feel like, I can do half of that. Because if it bounces, I still have a nice ride with what I have left. So I feel like, yeah, let me do this with Solana. And okay, so how much? So Solana, I will do it with 50%, by the way, and with Matic, 75%. This is not the most interesting video for you to watch, maybe, but this is also just what I do off cam. So I feel like maybe should do the same on cam as well, right? To keep it a little real right here. We also have Ethereum, by the way. And Ethereum dollar, sorry for the messy chart, by the way. Ethereum dollar, yeah, it's sitting quite low, right? It's sitting at some nice support right there. But on the other hand, Ethereum Bitcoin, it kind of looks like it's getting pushed off of a cliff. And this is what I mean. Ethereum Bitcoin is holding up so strong, right? So strong, right? And once we came down, but the merge came right here. So that's probably a reason that we came back up. Now, if we go back down, I don't really see a reason what's holding Ethereum up for now. As I showed you in other videos as well, Ethereum is still relatively very, very high in this bear market. Very high. Very strong. But I don't know if that's going to stay that way. So I feel like maybe I should get rid of some Ethereum and convert it back to Bitcoin. I think like, and I stopped smoking, by the way, so I'm vaping on cam, sorry. But maybe I should do that with Ethereum as well. Yeah. So with Ether, I will go 50% into Bitcoin, right? So it's not that I'm becoming a Bitcoin maxi or anything, but it's like I said, I feel like altcoins have way more room to go down in this bear market, way more room to go down than Bitcoin. Also, if I turn out to be completely wrong and there will be a big run, Bitcoin will have a big run as well. And I do still have a lot of alts left, right? So I'm not getting out of the market in any way. I'm just trying to position myself best. Some people might agree on what I'm doing. Some people might feel like, oh, I will do this the other way. It's totally fine. This is what I think is best. Right? So let me do a couple more for you to check out from my medium risk portfolio. And let's just start with Phantom, for example. So let's just look at Phantom to see how that's looking. Medium risk, Phantom. And again, guys, look, I mean, if you look at Phantom dollar, look, it's sitting at some beautiful, like this is a place where you feel like, man, it looks like buying time right here, right? Because it looks like accumulation. But don't get it wrong. You know what Phantom is doing? Look, I mean, if you zoom out, you might feel like, wow, it's going sideways. It's a good time to get some, right? But two things. One thing is, stochastic RSI is going to the upside. So this is almost getting at the overbought territory, right? Always when we get to the upside, what happens to coins? When we are high, we go down a lot, right? It's every single time. Here as well. In the middle of a bull run, right? We get that high. It was a wick, but we still came down a lot, right? Here as well. Came down a lot. Well, I'm not even talking about this place right here. So I feel like once this is going to reset, Phantom might take a very big hit though. It might. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, right? Maybe this... maybe this happens. It goes up, and in the meantime, Phantom does go up as well. And then we go down, and it resets, but it finds this level as support. And then I'm turned out to be wrong. Could be. I don't know. But when I look at Phantom Bitcoin, how does this look? Yeah, to be completely honest, doesn't look that good. Look, this is where Phantom had resistance right here in 2019. This is where we had multiple touches, almost, in 2020. This is where we had big support in 2021, right? And now in 2022, could it be possible that Phantom is heading there? Well, that's a 60% down from here. 58% down, right? 58% down. So it's very simple. If I convert it into Bitcoin right now, and it goes there and I buy it back, then I have a lot more Phantom and I didn't risk being out of the market, right? Let me check on my other screen how much Phantom I have. Okay. I'm definitely doing this with Phantom. If you do this, make such a list, by the way, and save that list as well. Because later when everything is low, you know exactly what to buy back. Especially if you have a portfolio like either way, you have too much coins and therefore I'm, taking some profits on the one and putting it in the other because I want to get rid of some coins. I think they're all good, but it's just too much still. But Phantom, it looks like we're still too high on the Bitcoin pair. We need to come down a little bit. If I take a look, I don't know if this is working for now. Yeah, it's kind of all over the place. All right, I'm doing this with Phantom. Let me check out Trader Joe. Do I have a Trader Joe Bitcoin pair as well? I don't think so. Oh, we do. We do. Thank you, Binance. Binance doesn't list coins that soon though, so I don't know if there's a lot of information. But if we take a look at Trader Joe, it doesn't even have the full history. But Trader Joe dollar is sitting very low. Oh, and what I wanted to show you about Phantom, by the way, which I completely skipped, so sorry for that. Let me take one step back right here, Phantom dollar. What I wanted to show you about Phantom is that it looks like it's going sideways, right? So you might feel like it's accumulation time. But if you zoom in, what do you see? High, lower high, lower high, lower high, right? Low, lower low, lower low. So it is just still going down. That's how you have to take a look at it. Until this trend is changing, I don't want to buy it, basically. That's just not what I want to do. Because lower lows and lower highs means it's in a downward trend. Why would you buy a downward trend? Right? So I'm not doing that. But Joe, yeah, it's sitting pretty low, but also lower lows, lower highs. If you zoom in, that's what you see, right? And what does the Bitcoin chart tells you about Joe? Yeah, there's just not a lot of history with Joe, and that's kind of hard to measure. But in the June lows, right, the June low, we were 25% lower than where we are right now. I feel like, and you know what? If I want to measure Joe, I'm going to measure AVAX. Because it's very simple. If AVAX goes down, the leading DEX on AVAX, which is Joe, goes down as well. It's very simple. Joe doesn't stand on its own, right? And if I look how AVAX is looking, I feel like, it's not on that big support right now. Right? If we go back to the June low, we will be here, right? That's a support level. But I feel like this right here is much more of a support. Well, maybe here. This is the spot. 4,000 Satoshis. Right? So, look, I mean, we had a little resistance here. We had a little resistance here, lots of support here. So I feel like that's a place where it could go. And that's what, like 40% lower, give or take, from where we are right now. 41% lower. So if that happens, Joe takes even a bigger hit, right? Because it's a smaller project, less liquidity, smaller market cap. So in that case, I feel like, yeah, I want to convert some Joe to Bitcoin. And it sounds stupid, right? Because a lot of people might feel like, dude, what are you doing? Joe is sitting at its lowest point. You're going to sell it right now. But again, I'm not selling it for dollars. I'm not out of the market, right? And I'm not selling everything. I'm covering myself for a potential altcoin crash that I think is going to happen. I hope I'm wrong, right? But I think that. And it's a little hypocritical for me to think that something is going to happen, but I don't anticipate to it, right? That would be weird. So, yeah, Joe, definitely selling that. I don't have that much, Joe, but you know what? Let me go for that, right? Sorry, how long is the video taking? Long. I promise you guys, coming Monday, starting from coming Monday, my videos will be 50 minutes max. I tried it once and it worked, but for the rest, I kind of suck. But yeah, let me take another look at some other coin, which is Chainlink. Yeah, let me take a look at Chainlink. So that's the thing. Chainlink is sitting, when it comes to the dollar valuation, it's sitting pretty strong, right? It's sitting pretty strong, right? This green box, by the way, is the box where I think that if shit hits the fan would be the accumulation level. I don't know if it's getting there, at least not to the lower side of it, but it's very strong so far. But what if this breaks? What if this breaks? If it breaks, then there's nothing, basically nothing between where we are right now and this level. So dollar valuation, that's already a 20% drawdown, right? Now, don't come at me like 20% in a week can't happen. We had here a week 50%, right? We had here, it was a week 35%. This was probably more. This was probably more. So that could definitely happen. I don't see why not. And if I look at Chainlink Bitcoin, I feel like, okay, it is sitting at super strong support right now. With resistance here, a lot of resistance here. We had support here, we had support here, support here. Well, resistance, whatever. Here, we had some resistance here, and now it's sitting at big support as well. So it is a strong level. So if I would do this with Chainlink, it is a big gamble. So the risk is that if I sell this right now, that there is a big chance that this one bounces, right? What would the reward be? Well, if it breaks, what would happen if it breaks? Go away, please. If it breaks, then this might be the level around this level, right? Support, stuff going on right here, support here, give or take, right? And yes, it could get lower, right? If that breaks, it could get here as well, right? So that's also possible. But I think this is the first level, give or take, to look out for. So the risk is pretty high, but the reward is 33%. And if we get here, it's even 60%. I will do this with 25% link as well. If you, I'm going to wrap it up. This is basically what I'm going to do for today. If you have some altcoins you want me, I mean, you can basically do this yourself. You see what I'm doing. But if you feel like, okay, can you check out this method for this and this altcoin? I can do that, definitely. I just think this is the way to go. So be a little careful the coming few weeks. Things might get ugly. I might be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I'm afraid that I end up not being wrong, though. So then in that case, you might just want to be prepared, right? So that's it for today. If you like the video, man. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, feel free to smack that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.